Suicide is a difficult thing to talk about. What can you tell us about?
So there was a study done that, I don't know where they came up with their numbers or how many states were even involved in this study, that 22 veterans a day are taking their own lives due to, whatever issues that they're having. With that, it goes back to what I said. You fought over there, now come back home and fight a new fight. Take that same drive and that same energy and combat that. It's not a bad thing to ask for help. And taking your own life it's a quick solution. I don't think people, when they do it, they don't think about their families and the impact it has on their community and everything like that. It's just a quick fix to what they're going through. But if guys are able to have an outlet and a purpose in life again, we can drop that number, hopefully, totally,
Have you ever been in a situation where you felt?
I have, yeah. It was after, I got that divorce from my wife, and I came back from that deployment, and I got enough money saved up and everything to move into my own apartment. And just being in my own apartment and not hearing my wife, doing her hair in the bathroom or hearing my kid running around upstairs, it just really, it messed with me bad. And then you mix alcohol into it and all the painful memories of being overseas, and it's all just one big trifecta that it destroys you.
So it was the quiet that caused problems.
It was just being alone in a dark, empty apartment, not having my wife, not having my kid, and replaying stuff. You what if yourself. The worst thing you can do is what if yourself. What if I would have done this better? What if I would have done that better? That'll really eat away at, at your mental state.
Do you remember a specific bad night?
Oh yeah, I was listening to music, because that's, other than motorcycles, that's what I resort back to. I was drinking heavily, just thinking about shit. I was looking at pictures of me and her together, then I was looking at pictures of us in Afghanistan, and I was just trashed. Had no one to talk to, had nothing. And I was like, you know what? It just ain't fucking worth it anymore. It's just not. I don't know what clicked in my head, because my dad, he went through some stuff too, with being overseas and being in combat and stuff.
Where were you sitting when that happened?
I was in the corner of my living room, not even on the couch. I put my dog in my bedroom because he was so worried about me, and he was all over me, but I didn't want it. Just go away. So I put him in my room, and
Did you have anything in your hand?
I had a pistol, yeah. I had my pistol in my hand. And something just sparked, and I was just like, call Dad. Because my dad's like my best friend, you know what I mean? We get drunk together, we get rowdy together, but he's also there to be that father figure. And I called him, I'm like, hey, I'm in one right now, man. You gotta just talk to me. I don't want to talk about what's going on. Let's just talk about, growing up and fishing and, your brother and the family. Just get me out of where the fuck I'm at right now.
What did you guys talk about?
Talked about his brother, who's dead, my Uncle John, the funniest motherfucker in the world. I mean, he could turn our dull-ass family parties and just make everyone just belly laughing, He'd get my grandma all drunk, and we would just talk about him and all the good times we used to have with his dad, who's dead too, and it really just made me feel better. I laughed. Laughter is like, I love to laugh. Like, any weird situations, I'll be that dude that makes an awkward joke in the corner to try to break everything up, you know what I mean? So, yeah, just talking to him and just laughing, Our favorite movie, Stripes, with Bill Murray. We'll sit back and forth and just quote that whole fucking movie and just die, So that kind of brought me from that dark world, and it brought me back, into who I was, and it got me out of that. And I still rely on him to this day, so.
Any struggles with that still? Or you think it's behind you for the most part?
Every day's different, The summertime's real hard for me because the heat and the smells of like burning wood and shit, because we used to burn everything when we were in the winter to stay, warm and shit. So just them smells. I hate staying stagnant. Traffic just bothers me, you know what I mean? You get into that mode, you know what I mean? We were always foot mobile, but when we did go into trucks and we'd stop to look at an IED or something, you're just sitting there in this big metal fucking thing. Granted, you got 50 cals and shit up there, but you're sitting ducks, you constantly have to be moving. Night times, you know, are hard. It seems like at night, dudes, they get into their own head. You know what I mean? When I lay down at night and I turn that TV off, I don't immediately fall asleep. I'm up for a long time just replaying shit. It's almost like I'm trying to remember, like I don't want to let go. You know what I mean? Because it's just become who the fuck I am. And it kept me alive, so why get rid of something that kept you alive? But
You got a lady right now to help you.
yeah, and I've had the most fucked up time with chicks. After my divorce, I shacked up with a 19-year-old that lived across from me on base. We were together for a little bit. We had a kid, and as soon as we had a kid, she bailed. So I don't know if she smelled that TRICARE and that child support and all that shit or what, but they're still out in California. I barely get to see them. Pictures, text messages and shit, but you know, I got my daughter right now. I have her all summer, so yeah.
She help you?
Yeah, my girlfriend now, she doesn't understand fully, which you never will, you know what I mean? But she gets me. She knows how to read me. So she knows if I'm in the grocery store or I'm in traffic, she knows, you know, when I'm about to, like, you know, have a fucking serious rage, and she's able to bring me down. You know, her and this club have been tremendous for my mental health. You know, I just picked up in California and just drove home. I had nowhere to live. I wasn't making that money anymore. My ex-wife was kind enough to let me sleep in the basement of the house that I fucking bought. You know what I mean? Yeah. I just woke up and I was like, you know what? I'm going home. Threw my bike in the fucking truck and bag of fucking clothes and drove across the country. So.
Thanks for letting us hang out.
Yeah, dude, I appreciate you guys so much for what you guys are doing. Expose this shit. Younger guys like in my generation need a fucking outlet. Don't let this culture, this motorcycle club culture, any fucking club, it doesn't even have to be a boost fighter, just to be a part of something, to be a part of that brotherhood would help these veterans coming back so much. Because this is hand in hand with the military. Hand in hand. I mean, that's who founded us. That's who started this fucking shit. So honor them and honor yourselves and fucking get out there and fucking ride. The VA sucks. Motorcycles are the best.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
All right, I'm gonna go continue getting fucked up.